Good evening and welcome to WATO 1036, the voice of the Berkshires.
With your hosts, Corey Benedetto and David Sycamore from England.
We are coming to you on the special day, the 50-day mark to camp.
Now, Corey, I know that we were speaking earlier and we heard some very surprising rumours about the potential for there being a new war canoe this year at the waterfront. What have you heard?
I have heard that. I've made a couple phone calls with the senior staff and some of the directors. They would not comment on this particular issue, but we will keep probing there and see what we can get out of that.
That sounds good to me. I know that you are in constant contact with some of the directors, at least anyway. So
I do. I try to keep my lines open of communication there, Dave. I believe communication is the backbone of a good business structure.
Thank you very much, Mr. Benedetto. Okay, I've also heard a few rumours, Corey, that this year there's a new and exciting department being headed up by someone he's in his third year this year at camp, and he's been fast-tracked to be leading his own department. It's kind of new and incorporating some old ideas. Can you explain what's going on there, please?
Well, I am pleased to say that I can now confirm this. There was some time that we did keep this under the cloud of secrecy. But today we're going to come out and say that we have established a new science and nature program. I myself will be directing that. And we'll include a rocketry program. We'll expand the nature. And we'll even try to get some scuba diving and do some diving on Lake Senator.
That sounds really good. I mean, I did hear rumours last year that there was a metre wide, I think that's 3 foot in your terms, turtle that was actually in Center Lake. So it's something there we could perhaps explore down that avenue.
Oh, I agree fully, and I believe we came up with a name with that. It's called the Hawk Ness Monster.
That is great, and that is a reference to the Loch Ness Monster, which is located in Scotland.
That is correct, Dave, and that was also a play on the director's name. If you didn't catch that.
And it was 2 in 1, so that's exciting. Now, I'm actually able to tell you now that I think Mr. Rick Jennings is going to be perhaps joining us at a slightly later date to sort of enjoy what's going on there. But first of all, I think, Corey, you need to tell us also about the potential for new staff this year and returning staff. Now, I've heard that a certain Mr. Savage, Chris Savage, is returning. What have you heard?
I have heard that. We're going to go ahead and conclude that he is returning, heading up the sailing department again, after a shocking loss in the Berkshire Cup. So we'll have to go on someone else's ground this year. Can't play home turf this year. But I'm confident that he can get it back for us.
Yeah, I believe we're going to be going to Greylock, so I think it will probably be myself and Savage going over there as representing the staff. But also, exciting, can we retain the swim meet that we won at Greylock last year as well? I mean,
that's a good point. I feel strongly about swimming, and I hope that we can do that. We have some excellent potential on the waterfront. We have several returning people and some veterans coming back this year. I think it could be a good year for that.
Corey, I've got a few names I could give you here for people that are going to be on the waterfront this year.
Go ahead with that, please.
We've got a certain Mr. Eric Sharkey, newly qualified WSI, so he's going to be assisting myself and Lauren, who's returning, with the excellent program we've got there. We've also got Sarah Ballon. She's returning after a year away. John Laura is going to be returning. The Drake, and as mentioned, Savage. And that's all I'm able to confirm at the moment. I'm going to keep my cards close to my chest. Pardon the pun. So I think now we've got a guest speaker. Have we got a
I think we have Richard Jennings online. He was a veteran at Watito. I'm told his mouth is full right now, so we're going to have to go back to him in a couple of minutes.
Oh, it's a slight technical hiccup there. It's the first podcast we've ever done, so please bear with us in these times. Now, I've also heard, Corey, rumours that there's changes in the female members of staff as well this year. I mean, I know that Chrissy's definitely returning. What have you heard on that side of things?
I have heard a little bit, not much. They are keeping that pretty buttoned up over there, but Chrissy is always a great addition, heading up the girls' staff again. What is this? Is this her 6th or 7th year, I believe?
Oh, way more than that. I think
as girls head counselor.
No, I think it's a 10.
As the head counselor.
Oh, as girls head counselor. Sorry, yeah. I mean, my Watito knowledge is not up to the standards of people like Ryan Posen and people like that, but. Yeah, I think it's seventh 6th, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and this is Scott's 15th summer at Watido, I believe.
And for all of those fans of
16th,
Scott
maybe?
Reimer, for all those fans of Scott Reimer at home, you can actually go on the Watita website and see a younger version of Scott Reimer.
Oh, those are
explaining all about the facilities. Yeah,
great videos. I encourage all kids to go and watch that.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Okay, so
do we have Rick? Rick?
I think Rick, are you with us?
Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, Rick, you can speak.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Richard.
How you doing?
Good. We'd like to welcome you to WATO. So
It's
what's
good to be
going
here.
on? How have you been?
I've been well. I'm working as a teaching assistant at Shaker Heights High School.
Wonderful.
I work with a bunch of lovely ninth graders mostly, and I've been playing rock bass guitar with a group that went from a quartet to a trio, but not a big deal.
Rick, are any of those songs going to be available on iTunes or any other sites that you can download?
I believe they should be available on this band's website, actually.
Okay, Rick, go on. We don't
check that
normally
out.
allow advertising on this podcast, but go ahead, give us the website.
It's ghostlightmusic.com, and just remember, I'm the bass player. I don't make any of the decisions, but there's some good tunes out there.
Okay, thanks very much, Rick. Now, I think, Corey, you've got some other questions, and we might be having some other guests later on in the show. What can you say about that?
We are trying to set up some other guests. It is playing a little. It's hard to get here. We're showing 12:30 here on the Eastern Coast, and it's a Saturday. Most people are busy the day before Mother's Day, but we are going to try to get some top officials from Watido on.
Also, while we've got Rick on the line, I'd just like to say congratulations to the Cleveland Indians, who seem to have an amazing start this year to the MLB season. So, Rick, got any
Shocking.
comments?
It
for us?
really is shocking.
We're just enjoying it while it lasts.
I believe that Charlie Sheen's made a return this year from the film that he did originally. I believe that he's...
That's actually kind of funny you mentioned that. They've one of the veteran members of the squad passed out T-shirts close to the beginning of the season that just said "Duh, winning," and that's sort of been the mantra of 2011. Please silence your phones.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. Sorry.
Winning.
Yeah, sorry, Kate Middleton. No, Kate Middleton. No, sorry, you're married now. I'm not interested. Bye bye. Sorry, that was just one of the members of our royal family calling in there. Sorry. Okay, so we don't want to have any.
That's the difference between living in England and living in the United States. England, the entire country is rapt about a celebrity wedding that they're paying for, and then we get excited because we kill terrorists.
Oh, okay, Rick.
We're going to pull away from the politics here before I get involved. Let's talk about last year a little bit and how the events and how some events could affect this year. Dave, what do you have to say on that?
Well, I mean, last year was a fantastic year, particularly good memories of things like Color War and things like that. I believe the Balloon team did quite well last year, and it'd be interesting to see how they get on this year with a few extra members. So that will be exciting. And also, we had the reintroduction of the starting pistol, which I think everyone
that made
will
a
agree.
big impact. It really did. Head bread boy Eric Bellin last year, he's returning again. He won Hunt the Counselor, and I think it'd be interesting to see him go for that 2 years running.
I don't think anyone in recent time has won it 2 years in a row. Whether you can correct me on that. Okay.
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think so. But if anyone could do it, it is the head bread boy.
Now I wonder what positions are going to be going this year. I mean, we could already start talking about people that are going to be involved in Color War or things like that. But
I always think it's way too early to start discussing that till we're at camp and get in the camp atmosphere. We'll save that to maybe the 25-day mark, Dave, or even the 10.
25-day. We could do a preview, couldn't we?
Yes, we could do a Color War preview.
Some other returning members of staff we could comment upon, I think, which is hot off